Hello guys and welcome back. In this video I want to finish up the work with the moving in crouch cover. So let's continue where we left off. In the meantime I've repositioned these nodes in the locomotion graph so that we have the cover left idle going to the cover right idle right. It was looking like this before. Just wanted to move them over here, so that will become apparent in a moment, because we want to be able to move from a cover idle right to a crouch idle right, and also from the left crouch to the right, and so on. And I also added this node so we can go back again from the right one. That's one I missed in the last video. So we need to figure out a way to know when we pass from a crouch state like this, because we can see we have a trace going on, but we don't have the top trace firing. And actually one thing that may not mean anything right now is that when we initially determine if we should jump into the crouch state, you can see the button, this one down here, gets fired from the knee, and the trace we now have is actually coming from the interaction point, which is kind of the pelvis. But it doesn't really matter. For now we can just use this, but it's something I might want to change. To be honest, I actually do think I want to change it, just to make sure I don't have something I need to bug fix later on. So let's fix that first. So try to take cover function. We have a trace going from the knee point and the chest point, so we want to replace the knee point with the interaction point. So let's play that again, see how it looks. So now when we standing here, we can jump into cover still. Okay, so what we also want to do is we have this on the event graph, we have this event tick saying check climbing state, and this is still a really bad name. This should be called check movement state. I think I'm gonna rename it now. What the heck is it? There it is. So check movement state. Inside this one we have check for are we in some kind of cover mode or hanging braced and so on. Then we want to make the trace from the interaction point, and if that hits, then we want to go into all this spaghetti sequence of stuff, which you might remember, checking the angles from all kinds of ways. So we actually want to check constantly if we have a hit on both the interaction point and the chest point. So if this one hits, then we also want to make another check. So let's just add a pin in between here, and then reposition this one. So Alt drag this one up, not Alt, I wanted to Control drag, but let's just put it here. So this piece of code needs to make space for yet another section inside this one. This is beginning to look really bad. I need to do something about this. Anyway, what we want to do is actually make a new trace. Let's just start off by putting this down here, and that trace should come from the chest, which I call chest point. and so let's connect this one now and say okay, the trace distance is 65 and I don't recall the distance. Okay, 65 is probably okay, so let's go back. So if this one is hitting, make a branch here saying if this one is hitting, then we have a tall wall in front of us, and then we want to set update. What did we call this? Update movement state. I want to call that one and say we are now in standing cover, and we want to update the animation blueprint. And if it doesn't hit, then we know that we are still in crouching cover state. So that should keep that variable updated also on the animation blueprint. But we also need to make sure that the locomotion state machine is able to transfer from one to the other. So this one needs to be connected. So going from the crouch idle, we can enter this one if not the movement direction, the movement state is equal to standing cover, and this one can go back if we are in crouching cover. Okay, and the same goes for this one. This should go to the, say, equals to standing cover, and it can go back to crouch state if we are in crouching cover. Let's test this out. So let's jump into cover, and when he passes here, something weird was happening there. No, okay. Seemed for a bit that he made a jump. He does make some kind of... Oh. Let's play this slowly. Ah, okay, I see what's going on. He's gonna go from left to the right because we always initially set that when he enters that state to the left state. Okay. Okay, and that happens because we call update movement state, and if you recall from, or maybe not, update movement state, set the movement state, oh, that's the interface function. We have somewhere where we set direction. Let's see. Try to cover. Could be this one, but I don't think this one gets called. Okay. Here it's okay. It's getting called. Okay. Anyway, it's something to look into. I can't really tell why this is not working. But anyway, this hopefully illustrates that we now have this movement, so we can pass around, and he will switch into standing cover. Okay, and still for some reason, okay, funny. what's up with the view. Okay, interesting. I honestly have no idea why this is happening. Probably has something to do with the post-processing, but I don't remember if I have anything. Did I decrease this one, HUD visibility? I was playing around with something. So let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, and we didn't. Oh, here it comes. That's funny. Okay, it's in the bug fixing department, I think, because it's. Okay. Anyway, it's a start. So I think I will try and figure out why this is happening, and then I will finish up the crouching and moving in crouching mode tutorial in the next video. So thank you, and see you in the next.